Is that you? Oh, it is you. I'm surprised. I'm sorry. Guys, I'm not wearing my glasses today, so I didn't know if it was you. Hey, everybody. Welcome to today's Carolina Kitchen. I'm Chef Bruce Brown. I'm here to make something that you're going to love simply due to the fact that it will take care of all the excess basil that you have in your herb garden at home. If you're growing basil, this is another way to use it besides spaghetti sauce or tomato caprese salads. We're going to make a smoky garden herb pesto. Start off with, I've got about a quarter cup of garlic cloves, whole peeled garlic cloves. Put them in the food processor, and I'm just going to get this started pulsed. Because you really don't want any big chunks of garlic in the pesto. So I have 4 cups of fresh basil leaves. Just put them down in here. And it's like I said, you can use small, you can use large. If your basil is starting to bolt or starting to really overtake your garden, this is something that you can make, put them in little ice cube trays and freeze the cubes, and then you'll have pesto all throughout the winter. To the basil, I'm adding 2 tablespoons of fresh rosemary leaves taken off the stem, and a tablespoon and a half of fresh thyme taken off the stem. This is what's going to make it a little bit smokier. Most pestos use pine nuts or roasted pine nuts in the recipe. Guess what? Psst, they're expensive. I use walnuts in mine. Much more readily available, much less expensive, and really I think it just adds as much flavor as anything else. So I think it's wonderful. We're going to get this started. Now you notice how ground up this is. That's good. We got a couple more ingredients to add in. We're going to add in about half a tablespoon of salt. You don't need a lot because we're going to add in half a cup of grated Parmesan cheese. And the thing is, the Parmesan cheese is actually kind of salty in its own. That's why you don't need quite as much salt for this. We're going to get it started again. And while it's running, olive oil. Drizzle in as much olive oil as you want to the consistency that you like. I like mine a little looser. It freezes a little better in my opinion. It's a little easier to work with. Between half a cup and a cup of olive oil usually works just well. If you want a little more olive oil in it, do it. Take this out. This is a wonderful homemade pesto with all that basil you have in your herb garden. But of course, what do you do with pesto once you've made it? You've got 3 recipes on the recipe sheet for a pesto cream cheese, a pesto cream sauce, and my favorite that we use here at the restaurant, I've got 1 cup of mayonnaise. I'm going to take about a tablespoon and a half of pesto, mix it in, and this pesto mayonnaise goes great on sandwiches. Wherever you would use regular mayonnaise, use pesto mayonnaise. You would be stunned at the difference, and it comes straight from your garden. How can you go wrong? Smoky herb garden pesto made into pesto mayonnaise, and guess what? I'm going to show you a couple different sandwiches coming up using the pesto mayonnaise. I hope you want this recipe. It'd be great. Go to WLOS.com. Look under the community section for Carolina Kitchen, and there, smoky garden herb pesto, straight from Bruce's kitchen. Have a great day.